Hi, I've got this adorable gingerbread house to show you today using our new gingerbread die and the roof. So I'm going to show you basically how to assemble that. And here are the dies we'll be using. This is the roof, and it's sold separately. And this is the gingerbread house with some little guys that you can use all around it to decorate it, okay? So first thing you're going to do is cut a couple pieces of card. Now I'm using Kraft card here. You can do whatever color you like, but you want to make them 2.5 inches wide and 10 inches long. And you're going to score at 3.5 inches in from each side, leaving you with a little 3-inch section in the middle, okay? Now these will be your side walls, that area there. And I've just gone ahead and cut through with one of the little what I'm calling the little peppermint windows circles here, because we're going to add in some windows with some vellum in there and show you a cute little trick. But you need 2 of these. So what you do is just fold them into place. Keep your windows in the same part, and we're going to assemble these. And I'll tell you what, just real quickly, I'm going to put the other windows in here. Just on the inside, I've cut the little peppermint out of red card, and I've just put a little bit of a vellum backing on it, so it will be kind of see-through-ish. Just center that up, give that a second, and pop this one into place and center that up. Just let that dry. Okay, so now we're going to assemble these 2, and I tell you, I think I'll just use a little bit of tape for this. So I'm going to put tape on one of the flaps here, and one of the flaps here. Oop, a little long. You can use glue if you're more comfortable with it. There you go. So I'm going to pop this one inside of that, and this one inside of this. Now if you want, you can cut more windows and whatnot, but you will have to cut through both pieces if you want to do that way. That's why I find this side and this side a little bit easier to do. The next step is to cut 2 of your houses. Now the house has an outer cut line, which I've cut here, and I've used the door to go ahead and make a door on the front, okay? And if you want to cut a little edging piece, which is what this is, you're going to use these 2 pieces. Now it will need to be nipped right at the bottom here, because that part will still not cut. But you just a little scissor, you can cut that. And I've gone ahead and just put a little bit of a red backing behind it to make it look like a peppermint stripe. I've added a bit of glue to it and put some ice snow on that, so you can decorate it any way you want. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one into place on the first house, and just a little bit of glue around the back here, all the way around the chimney and down the side. And that even gives the house a little more stability too. Pop that down, get that lined up, give that a second. And then the second house I did the exact same thing, except I cut the chimney off because they would be on opposite sides of the building. So it would look kind of funny. So on one side I left it, on the other side I've just nipped it away, okay? So we're gonna leave these for a second. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you about the roof. Now the roof has been designed just to be a little bit smaller, so it's a little less expensive. We've done it in a half size. So we are going to go ahead and cut it one time. I'm just going to run it through, give it a quick cut. And then what you need to do is take it, peel that off, and the lines at the top here, the little cut lines, are a little bit extended. So if you line them up and just catch that same cut area at the top, you can get it perfectly straight. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth until it pops into place, and turn it around the other way, and that will cut the other side of it. Okay. So now you've got a little roof line that you can decorate any way you want. I add a little bit of white gel pen to them and put some ice snow on the top. Now I personally find it a little easier. I've cut just another piece of craft card there to put underneath it. So if you want to lift them up a little bit, like I've done over here, then you won't see through it, and it makes it a little more sturdy. There are tiny little dash lines here where you're supposed to fold. I find this easier if you take it and score it heavily so you can bend it, especially if you're using something thick like craft card. And then, like I said, you can do whatever you want with the little scallopy roof line, and then score it in the middle here so it'll fold. So you have something that'll look just like that, okay? So we want to go back to the structure part of this. We're going to go ahead and attach our houses to it. So let's just use a bit of glue. I think we can do that around the bottom. Pop one of these onto this side. Just line that up with the bottom. That looks fairly even. Take this one. And if you want this to cut all the way through, you can actually double cut the door on the initial base if you prefer. It's a little more work that way, but this makes it a tiny bit stronger. We'll pop this one onto this side. So we've got the basic structure of the house there. So now I'm going to bring back the roof that I've already done ahead of time. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the tabs. Don't need too much here. And you can actually put the glue on the inside or the outside of the tabs, whichever you find easier. But I think the inside is just a tiny bit easier and it hides it nicely. So now we are going to line this up, top of the roof, get the tabs in. It's a little fiddly. And there we go. So that's the basic structure. Now what we can do is we can add on a couple little bits. I've taken and cut the holly. So I can put one of these in place at the top. Do a little bit of decorating on the front. I've gone ahead and cut the little pieces that go on the door. Done them in a white with some glue and ice snow on them. I love the little curved parts of the round of the top of the door here. There you go. Put that into place. So you can put the candy canes on. You can add on some more of the windows. I'll just put a little bit of a glue piece and we'll do one on either side here. Get that on. And I'll tell you what, let's put a little candy cane on the back. We'll just put a quick decoration on the back. There we go. But you can do all sorts of stuff with this. Now what's really fun with this is get yourself a little electric tea light, and you want to turn it on. Make sure you use an electric tea light, not a real flame. You can pop it in, and where you've got your little vellum cut windows, it will glow and you'll be able to see that through there. So you've got a really cute little gingerbread house. So much fun to put out at Christmas time, and you could save it and use it year after year. Hope you enjoyed the video and look for us on our YouTube again soon.